welcome back to the science class once again. Thank you all for watching my previous videos and an additional thank you for staying home. So what did we discuss in the last video? We were discussing about us. That means we were discussing about animals. So now you might be wondering, what did I say just a while ago? We were discussing about us. We were discussing about animals. Now the question is, are we animals? Most of your answers will be no. But according to science, we are all animals. It is irrespective of the fact that we are staying in home. It is irrespective of the fact that we can speak. We are all animals only. Even animals also live. Even they can also communicate. So we are all animals only. So let us come back to our discussion. What did we discuss on the last day? We were discussing about the vertebrates and invertebrates. I hope all of you can remember this. So let us do a quick revision of our last class. We discussed that vertebrates are those kind of animals that have backbone. That is, they can walk. Who are those invertebrates? These are those kind of animals which lack backbone, which cannot walk. Clear? So let us start our discussion with some kind of animals. Okay? So let us discuss about the summary first. Then we are going to discuss about each and every category of animals in details. So which is the first one? That is fish. Now have every one of you seen a fish? I hope every one of you seen a fish. Right? So when you see a fish, can you just say me characteristics of a fish? Means where they live, how do they look? Yes? Yes. They live in water. Isn't it? All the fishes live in water. Live only in water. So that is why I have included the first point. Fish only live in water. Have you ever seen any kind of fish which do not live in water? You won't see any kind of fish. Right? For a fish, the water is its home. The water bodies is its home. Right? What are the water body? A pond is a water body. A river is a water body. An ocean is a water body. Isn't it? Yes. So fish, they live only in water. They lays soft-shelled eggs. What is the meaning of this soft-shelled? Now, how many of you are fond of eating eggs? Most of you. Even I am also fond of eating eggs. Now, when you boil the egg or when you buy it from the shop, you might have touched the egg and you have found it. The outer covering is very hard, isn't it? So that is an example of hard-shelled egg. Okay, what is the meaning of shell then? The white portion which you are touching, that is shell only. When you touch it, it is very hard. Yes or no? So that is an example of hard-shelled egg. Now what are the eggs of the fish? They are soft-shelled. That means when you touch the fish egg, it is very soft. It lacks that hard covering which we see in the eggs which we consume. Right now? So why are those eggs soft-shelled? Because they will be able to float in water. If the cells are hard, then those eggs won't be able to float in water. Because of that reason only, the eggs of the fishes are soft-shelled. Okay? So part by part, while I will be explaining all the characteristics of the organism, it would be better if you just see the video and you just write it down in your copy. It will be very helpful. Then the next one is reptiles. Now what is the meaning of reptile? Sorry, my question was wrong. I would have asked you, have you seen a reptile or not? Yes, how many of you have seen a reptile? Yes, most of you have seen a reptile, isn't it? An example of a reptile is a snake. Snake is also a reptile, yes or no? So what characteristics can you find after seeing a snake? Can they walk? No. What is the movement, or how do the snakes shows their movement? How do they move? They move by crawling on the ground. Is it? So reptiles, they crawl on land. An example of reptile is a crocodile also, and a crocodile is also a reptile only. How does the crocodile move on the ground? By crawling. Yes. Next one, they lays hard-shelled eggs. The reptiles, what is the kind of cell present on the eggs? Their cells are hard. Clear? I hope you have understood. So the next comes birds. What kind of features have you seen in a bird? Birds have feathers, right? Their body is fully covered with feathers. Yes or no? So it will be the first characteristic, that is, birds have feathers. I hope every one of you have seen a bird. Yes. Then the next one is it lays hard-shelled egg. Now for some of you, those who have not seen the eggs of bird, be clear that each and every one of you have seen a bird's egg. The egg which you are consuming, it is also coming from a bird only. A hen, a duck, they are also bird only. I hope every one of you have seen the bird's egg, right? So what is the characteristic of that bird's egg? It is hard. Okay, so birds lays hard-shelled eggs. Clear? So till now, what have we read about? We have read about fish, we have read about reptiles, and we have read about birds. Okay, now let us discuss about their homes now. Before going into the other topic, let us discuss about their homes now. Where does the fish live? The fish live in water. Where does this reptiles live? Where does this reptile live? I am leaving it up to you. In the comment section, mention the place where the reptiles live. Just go through the internet, you are going to find an interesting answer. Let me discuss about the home of the bird. Where does the bird live? The bird live in their nests. Yes? Now let us come to the next one, that is the amphibians. Now this amphibian, okay, they are of dual nature. Means, what is the meaning of this dual nature? They show two different ways of living. That is, the amphibian, they are blessed with a very special feature that they can live on the land and they can live in water even. An example of amphibian is a frog. A frog can live on land and it can live in water even. Clear? So amphibians live both on land and water. Okay? Amphibians lay soft-shelled eggs. Amphibians, like fish, they also lay soft-shelled eggs. Then the next comes mammals. The mammals give birth to young ones. Now give me an example of mammal. Who are these mammals? Have you seen a mammal? Yes, we are mammals. Understood? We are an example of mammal. Like us, an elephant is a mammal. Like us, a whale is also a mammal only. Clear? So what can our characteristics be? We have this organ. What is the name of this organ? It is ear. So there are many characteristics of mammal, but we are going to discuss about only two. In the later part of the chapter, we are going to discuss about all the characteristics of mammals. So quickly, just say me some of the characteristics of mammals. We have external ears. Yes, we have limbs. That means we have legs and hands. Yes or no? Yes. So what do? Do we lay eggs? Definitely no. What do? We give birth to our young ones. Right? So let us see, mammals give birth to young ones. Like the other which we have discussed till now, they all lays egg. But the mammal, what do? They do not lay egg. Instead, they give birth to their young ones. Then the next one, they have hairs and external ears. Are we having hairs? Yes. Do we have hairs on our skins? Definitely yes. So these are also an active characteristic of all the mammals. Now I have said that whale is an example of mammal. Now where does this whale live? It lives in water. It looks like a fish. Then why is it a mammal? Remember that matching one or two characteristics is not enough for the whale to be a fish. Fish have a different characteristic. On the other hand, mammal, that is whale, it shows a very different characteristics. This whale, it lays egg. Sorry, I'm wrong. Whale, it do not lay egg. It gives birth to young ones. Okay? Whale have oil glands like us. Clear? So that is the reason why whale is not classified as a fish. Instead, it is classified as a mammal. In my later part of the video, I am again going to explain about this whale. Okay? Why is it not categorized as a fish? Why is it categorized only as a mammal? But till now, since you have understood the different characteristics of fish, the different characteristics of reptile, the different characteristics of bird, the different characteristics of amphibian, and that of mammals even. In the next video, we are going to include the insects even, because insects are also a part of our family, isn't it? So we are going to discuss about some other organisms. Okay? So till then, thank you. Have a good day.